Most sales reps don't actually have a skill problem. They have a vehicle problem. Because right now, there are sales reps making 100K a year. Maybe that's even you. And there's other reps that are making 30, 40, even 50K per month with the same skill set and the same ability to sell, but with completely different outcomes. And the reason is almost always the environment that they're operating in. Now, before we get into this, just some quick context for you. My name is Ed, and I've personally closed over $3 million in sales, and I've helped more than 100 sales professionals secure remote high ticket sales roles. So I spend a lot of time around sales reps who are trying to figure out how to move into a better environment. And over the years, I've noticed something very, very interesting about the sales industry. Most talented reps are simply in the wrong vehicle. Now, most people in sales are taught something that sounds logical, but it's not always true. Work harder and you'll earn more. But experienced reps eventually realize that isn't how it actually works. Because you can work extremely hard inside the wrong industry and still hit a ceiling. And that's when the vehicle becomes the real bottleneck. The reps I speak to usually come from industries like real estate, recruitment, banking, lending, retail sales, fitness sales, corporate sales roles, or B2B appointment setting. And if you've been in any of these environments for a while, you've probably started noticing something. It's that you're good at sales, but the income doesn't scale the way that it should be. And there's usually some kind of structural limitation. Maybe it's working 50 to 60-hour weeks and you don't want to work more overtime. Maybe it's capped commissions. Maybe it's an office based environment that limits your productivity. Or maybe it's your lifestyle, family, and personal interests that keep getting pushed to the side. And eventually, experienced reps start asking a simple question: is this actually the right vehicle? Fortunately for you, sales is one of the most transferable skills in the entire world. So if you know how to communicate, if you know how to build trust, if you know how to guide people towards decisions, that skill set, it works everywhere. But the income you earn depends heavily on the skill and the environment that you're actually in. That is so important to mention because over the last 10 years, something major has happened. Entire industries have moved completely online. Education businesses, consulting offers, AI companies, marketing services, e commerce brands. These are all businesses that rely heavily on sales that operate 100% digitally and in the remote space. And they don't hire sales reps the traditional way. These companies hire remote sales teams, appointment setters, closers, sales professionals working entirely online, using digital CRMs, structured pipelines, and high ticket offers. This changes the economics dramatically. Now, I'll mention very quickly too that what you've already done in sales and these roles that you've already worked in, it's the exact same model, but it's simply in the online space. So if you have confusion or you're not sure how this all works, it's literally the same job you've been doing, but it's working for a business that just operates online, that offer digital products and services. There's no brick and mortar office that's operating. It is an online business with an online team, with online fulfillment, and everything they do is in the online space. So instead of selling something worth $2,000, you might be selling something worth 10,000, 20,000, or even $50,000. And if you're earning just 10% commission on a $20,000 offer, that is 2,000 from a single deal. So the income potential changes very quickly, not because the rep became better, but because the vehicle has changed. These are the sort of roles that you should be in. These are just two of 90 plus private job posts that my clients got access to within the last 3 days. This company is looking for closers for their B2B offer, and they're offering 30K per month in OTEs, which is your earning potential in that role. This next one is hiring closers for a fitness coaching offer. if you've been in fitness or you can sell a fitness offer, online personal training, online weight loss, get a 6-pack in 6-week program online, and you can sell that, you can make $30,000 per month. And the company's already doing $4 million a month in revenue. So you know that they're legit, you know they're high quality, and you know that these are the sorts of companies that can give you that vehicle to work for them and actually make really, really good money. So this is why you're seeing a quiet shift happening across the sales industry. Experienced reps are leaving traditional environments and they're transitioning into remote high ticket sales roles. Not beginners, this is experienced sales professionals, people who already know how to sell. Because when those skills enter the right environment, the income compounds much faster. But this is where most people get stuck. They understand that the opportunity exists, but they don't understand how the ecosystem works. They don't understand how companies hire. They don't understand how remote sales teams are structured. They don't understand how setters and closers operate together inside digital pipelines. And because of that, the pivot feels risky. And most reps try and figure it out alone. They start applying to random roles online. They scroll LinkedIn, Indeed, or Seek. They send messages to random people and companies, and they're trying to decode how the remote sales world actually works. And they end up wasting months trying to understand an ecosystem that they've never been exposed to before. So that's exactly why I built Blue Ocean Closers, because most experienced sales professionals, they don't need sales training. They already know how to sell. What they need is a structured transition into the remote high ticket sales ecosystem, understanding the systems, understanding the business models, and understanding how digital sales teams operate completely online. Once that clarity exists, the pivot becomes predictable because now you understand the environment and you know how to position your background, and you have access to companies that are actively hiring remote sales professionals. And this is why most of my clients can secure roles within 30 days because we have over 100 companies that are hiring within our network, and we get around 30 separate job posts every single day. That is right. We get 30 opportunities every single day, just on an average day. So your current role might not actually be the problem. Your skill set isn't the problem. Your ability to sell isn't the problem. The only issue might be the environment you're applying those skills in. And when the environment changes, the income potential and complete life transformation changes with it. So if you're already a sales professional and you've been exploring remote high ticket sales as your next move, I've put together a short video via the link in the description. It explains how experienced reps transition into it safely and how we place them into remote roles aligned with their background. Because most sales reps don't need a new skill set. They just need a better vehicle. And once you find the right one, everything changes. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ed Waters, and keep your eye on this channel for future uploads like this, where I help you break into the modern, remote, online, high ticket sales space. I'll speak to you guys soon.